We got Ethel Cain hanging out in the KROQ trailer. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really great. I'm so excited. I'm like not the fanboy too much, but I'm really excited to chat with you. I've been a fan of your music for a while, and we have mutual friends we were just discussing. But I wanted to congratulate you on the Heaven campaign.
Oh, thank
first
you
and foremost,
so much.
before we get
Thank
into the
you.
music. But I mean, that's just like it was one of the coolest campaigns, and I'm just curious, like when us on the outside we see something like that, and we just see how beautiful the pictures turned out. But what was that whole experience like?
It was really cool. I was in town for like a day and a half, and I flew in and we went, and Michelle Lammy was there, and she was like lying on this giant block covered in mud, and I was like, oh, this is about to be so fun. And they had like a motorbike and a mechanical bull in the corner, and they were like, we're gonna put you on both of those. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So it was really sweet. The whole crew was really sweet. It was just so easy in and out. We just got the shots, and it was really nice.
Is fashion a passion point of yours? Is that something you'd want to pursue, or is that just kind of happenstance thing that took place?
It's kind of the same thing with all the different industries. It's like I'm only interested in like a very tiny little lane that
Right.
I can kind of like squeeze into. Like as a whole, I'm like I don't really keep up with it, but the couple things that interest me, I'm like pretty.
Well, you've been really impressive. You've been really impressive in that regard, and sort of staying true to yourself. And as you gain a bigger profile, it's kind of tougher to do, right? You have more opinions as you get bigger.
Yeah.
But that seems to be a passion point of yours in terms of an artistry, is remaining true to what Ethel Cain is all about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel kind of like a diva in the sense that I'm like, if I don't like it, I don't want to do it.
That's a good kind of diva, though.
I mean, it's like I feel like you have to compromise on some things, but when it comes to your artistic vision, it's like, as an artist, your vision is like that's what you're here for in the first place. So if you're not staying true to that, like why are you doing any of it?
Well, exactly,
in the first place?
right.
So,
very belated, about 11-month belated. Congratulations on Preacher's Daughter.
Thank you.
And I was reading some article, them sort of journalists describing it as sort of this documentation of the struggle within the journey of sort of attaining this impossible American dream, which I thought was eloquent for a writer. But I'm always curious from an artist perspective, how would you, for a KROQ listener or social media follower that hasn't heard Preacher's Daughter, how would you describe that body of work?
Oh Lord, I mean, it's less of a whole, more of a part. It's part of something that is a lot bigger. That it's kind of the entryway into just this big story of. I always describe it as a cautionary tale because I think it's just kind of everything that I've always been scared of, everything I've been worried about happening. I kind of just dump it into that story and, kind of explore what would happen if life went this way. What would it? It's just kind of a nightmare, honestly. Of like it's kind of all of my nightmares of what could happen in life, and it's kind of a motivational reason to not let yourself go down these kind of paths, because it's my imagining of what may lie down some of these routes in life, these roads that you may not need to be traveling.
Obviously, the creation of the record was a learning experience.
Yeah.
But I think something that's also kind of fascinating is once the record's out, right, it becomes the world's, as they say.
Right.
Have you learned anything about the body of work, or maybe just about the world or you in the last 11 months since it's been out?
In tiny ways. Often I find myself piecing and writing the story together when telling people things. People will ask me a question, and I'm like, that seems like something I didn't think of. And so then I have to go like kind of close that gap and whatnot. So it kind of does in little ways help me tie up all the loose ends and get rid of plot holes when people kind of ask me, and if they ask for the meaning behind something that maybe didn't have too much meaning. Sometimes there is meaning there that I didn't really pay attention to, maybe subconsciously or whatnot, and then I'm like, oh, there's when people ask about it, it kind of does help you find things out about it that you didn't really consciously think of beforehand.
Yeah. I saw a couple headlines about the fit on weekend one. What are we rocking this weekend?
We are rocking. I found these in a barrel in Toronto. I got these at Goodwill. I bought these from Target, and a fan threw this on stage last week.
Did it for Dale?
Do it for Dale.
Wow.
So it's this is my usual fit. It's what I was gonna wear last weekend before Matthew was like, hey, can I make you something? I was like, of course.
Of course.
So
and it looked amazing.
we had the cheerleader uniform last week, couture, and now I'm rocking.
I love it. Best of both worlds.
Couture, as they say.
Showing those Florida roots with the NASCAR.
Exactly.
For those that aren't here, how would you describe the vibe at Coachella?
Hot. It's really hot.
Very.
I'm from Florida, but it's a different kind of heat.
Different heat.
But it's nice. I had a really good time last weekend. We didn't go into the festival like we are this time, but it was cool. Everybody here is really sweet. I noticed that like everybody on the grounds is like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, I don't really see that outside the South, which is nice. But yeah, everybody's really, really sweet. The catering is really good. They have all these fruit cups that I can put some of those away, let me tell you.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just been really cool, really sweet, really organized, really just kind of seamless. I've been having a great time.
You mentioned you were going out into the festival grounds. Are you looking forward to any particular sets you want to catch that you did in weekend one?
Well, I still want to see Young Lean, but I don't think it's going to happen at Coachella because we're at the same time. So I'll just have to catch him sometime later this year. But I think I want to see Eric Prydz tonight really bad because... Iconic. I want to see Wise Blood tomorrow. And I want to see... There was one more person I wanted to see. I don't remember.
Was it KROQ?
Yes, exactly. And I'm here right now.
Ethel, thanks so much. It was
Yeah,
really
thank you
awesome
so
meeting
much.
you,
It's
and
nice to meet
congratulations
you.
on everything.
Yeah, thank you so much.